Hello, I'm Amy and this is Adam.
Hiya.
We're for EriksensGlobal. So over the last couple of months, central banks have made some interesting decisions. We're obviously watching these very closely. And I wanted to ask Adam what his thoughts were about kind of the spread of decisions worldwide and what we might look for going forward. So over to you.
Cheers. Now, we know you've heard a lot from us about central banks this year, and it's very much getting to that point where a lot of central banks are trying to figure out how close are we to reaching the end of the current interest rate cycle.
Yeah.
In the case of banks like the European Central Bank, they've come out and just openly said that the disinflationary process is over. So for them, things are quite stable. But I think that if I had to pick one word that explains why we're seeing different banks doing different things around the world, it's uncertainty. It continues to be the case that uncertainty around global trade policy is a real driver of complication in forecasting. So increasingly, you're seeing central banks come out with all sorts of different contingent forecasts for, well, what if trade's higher than expected or lower than expected?
Yes, and if we were to pick a second word in our local context, maybe that word would be unemployment, because we've seen that tick up to a 2020 level, right?
I know. Well, it's an interesting one. I think the unemployment point is tricky because one of the things which has changed about the Reserve Bank of New Zealand is it's now back to that single inflation mandate.
Just the one, yeah.
So while you won't see that much in the way of mentions of unemployment in the latest comments on a Reserve Bank's 50 basis point rate cut, what you will see them talking about is a lot of spare capacity in the economy and weak economic growth. And so obviously that unemployment is something that's concurrent with weak economic growth, and more people out of work and looking for work is something that contributes to that spare capacity that the RBNZ is now trying to say, hey businesses, let's cut 50 basis points. Let's see if that eases conditions on you and makes it easier for you to go out and hire in order to start to use up some of that capacity and to kind of drive that recovery in economic growth.
Yes, that is the plan. So if you want to read more about what's going on in the economy and markets globally, the link to the economic commentary will be just below this video. And thanks for your time.
See ya.
Bye.